What's up, peeps? Johnny Dubs back after a long absence. Sorry for the big wait between videos. Had a lot happening. Wife's been unwell, so we've had hospital trips and what have you. So I've done a few shorts, but haven't actually posted a video since the start of the year. So I thought this is a good time to do it. Just an update, this one on the 3-foot Oasis. As you can probably see, if you've seen the previous videos, it looks quite different. The needle-leaf Java fern and the trident fern had completely grown all the way out to the glass on the side there. And if I come around here and get the side angle for you, to the front glass as well. So no room for the poor fishies. So it needed a good tidy up. So I got rid of, well, you can see there's still a hell of a lot in there. And I got rid of at least that much. So got rid of half and I've still got bucket loads. So it was, as I pulled it out, it was all stuck to the driftwood, the roots and that had wrapped around. So I made a hell of a mess. So I had to sort of rescape it a little bit. So we had to, I suppose, get the needle leaf back in and tidy it up. So I added a few extra bits of driftwood. This one here, I thought that might look good with another piece sticking out. And then I recently added this one at the back. I didn't cut it, so it actually does stick out of the water, but I probably could cut it and get it to go right under. I don't know if we can get a video of it. Yeah, a bit hard to see there, but I just tucked it in the back. And it didn't float, so it's a good thing. I put a rock on top of that piece there. So that's what we've got. If you go back and look at the previous videos, you'll see it's a little bit similar, I suppose. I'm not sure about this part here. That rock there, that hasn't grown in, but it probably will. That little section there might look a little bit funny. Not sure. Happy to hear your thoughts. But what I also did is I tidied up the sand. It was sort of twice as thick as that. It was probably up to about here. So I thinned it right down to just a thin layer because I'm not growing anything in there. There's only epiphytes, as you can see. So we thinned out the sand, and then I added some more cereal stone along the base. Quite a bit of it there. Just to sort of give it some more detail. Right around. And then there's already some detail stones that the Corys had worked into the back corner. When I tied the sand up, I did add a little bit more around the base. So some detail stone around the base of the cereal stone. You can see a little bit of it there. But the Corys, again, have already sort of worked it to the front. That's what Corys do, always sifting through that sand. So they've moved it to where it was anyway. But it added a little bit. That's been moved. That was back further in that anubius, but it's been moved out. But that's what we've got now. I've moved quite a bit of the Buce. There's still, as you can see, some nice Buce in here, or Bucephelandra. Some nice little clump there. And my nice little clump, the needle leaf sort of is growing all through it, so it's a bit hard to see in there, but quite a bit of the Bucephelandra, and that's gone great guns in here. I've got two Chihiros A Series 2 lights on there, and they're both on 40%, so plenty of light. All nicely balanced at the moment. I'm not getting much in the way of algae. In saying that, I did see, there's a little piece of string algae there, but other than that, it's pretty good. So that's the rescape done. Oh, there's some mini Java fern there. I stuck that to the end of the wood, so that seems to have grown a little bit since I did that. So that's what we have. Plenty of Corys. I've got Peppards, I've got Venezuelans. and some gold lasers in here, which you don't see too often. They're a little bit shy. They come out at feeding time. The fish-wise, we've got the neons, which are quite large now, almost as big as the Harlequin rasboras. They're the OGs, they're the originals. And I bred a heap of celestial pearl danios, and there you can see one at the front on cue. So there's about a dozen of them in here, and they've actually tripled in size. They take so long to grow from babies, but worth it when they get those colours. They look like a little rainbow trout or something. So it's, yeah, I'm happy with the rescape actually. It was just very messy and untidy. So it had to be done. It was forced upon me. So yeah, we did it. Got it done. Added some bits of driftwood, and that's what we got. Looking from the top, I've still got red root floaters, but I had the issue with duckweed. So I put a few plants in here. Might have been some of the anubius from another tank. It had duckweed on it, and of course it went mad, and that whole surface completely covered in duckweed. So I had to take all the red root floaters out, separate them into a different bucket, and then get rid of all the duckweed. Then put the red root floaters back in and pick out those few bits of duckweed that was still stuck to it. And I must say, just at first glance, I think, I know you should never say this, I might have won the duckweed war. I cannot just see any there, but, oh yeah, no, it looks pretty good. Anyway, if I do see a piece, I now pluck it out straight away before it can breed, or not breed, but grow and multiply, because it's so rapid. So yeah, there we go. Very happy with it. And if you have a look, you'll probably see, yeah, the shrimps have come out. These are just all the coals, so not much colour in them. Oh, there we go, gold laser on cue. Thank you, gold laser. More. The shrimps get along with the cories okay. Not fussed by them. But yeah, I've got 7 gold lasers in here. They haven't bred yet. The peppids have bred. They've had lots of babies. Venezuelans have not, but I think they're hard to breed apparently in captivity. Could be wrong. Give me some comments. Yeah, so here as you can see some shrimp. Well, there's a few red ones in there. Yeah, we've got a few red ones in there. But overall, that's what we've got. So a very mature tank that was, well, rescape forced upon me really. And yeah, I'm stoked really that I was able to keep it sort of to its traditional triangular shape, probably triangular composition, and just tidied it up a bit. So yeah, happy to hear some comments, thoughts, anything I could change. As I said, it probably needs to grow in a little bit here. That lighter coloured rock, Sirius stone, looks a little bit funny to me. I was sort of looking through the lens here, but when the anubius and whatever grows in there, I suppose it'll look better. But yeah, as I said, it's come up good. Now I'll get another 12 months out of it, hopefully, although the needle leaf, it's just going mad again. It's already started to grow out. Jeez, it grows well. No CO2 in this tank. Used to have CO2, but I had issues with blackbeard algae, so I took the CO2 out. And after a month or two, the tank balanced out beautifully, and yeah, here's what we have. No real algae to speak of. So yeah, let me know your comments and thoughts. Anything we could change. The son did want me to completely rescape it, but as I said, I'm happy with this now. It's sort of like a rescape in a sense. So hopefully another 6 or 12 months before I want to do something with it. There we are. Thanks for watching.